This is WWE superstar Buddy Murphy, and you should subscribe and you should like all the videos on Inside the Ropes, because if you don't, I'm coming.
And we're back here on Inside the Ropes, and we are here with Buddy Murphy. I don't know if I feel safe around you, if I should be in a car, or I should be... Because, you know, there's still questions about who done it.
Okay.
So, I mean, first of all, I'm just going to give it over to you. What's your message to Roman Reigns now?
I put my message on Twitter and Instagram, man. If he wants to step in the ring with me, I'm more than happy. If it's got three ropes and 4 sides, let's do it. You know, I put the challenge, and he's the big dog, and he accepts all challenges. Well, the challenge is there. Let's see if he accepts it.
You've been obviously on 205 Live, and kind of similar to, we spoke to Ali yesterday, and he had mentioned about how, you know, he was moved from 205 Live to SmackDown. You're obviously the same. What did that mean to you to kind of be moved to SmackDown Live, and how did you find out about it?
I found out the same time everyone else did. Yeah, man, it was always like a big goal. You know, I started off in NXT, as most know, and then I kind of dropped the weight to make the cruiserweight division, in which then I dominated and became the best, most successful champion in history. And then once WrestleMania happened, man, you know, I was finally defeated. Someone finally stopped the unstoppable, and yeah, man, the phone rang, so to speak, and SmackDown Live, here I come.
And what are your kind of goals now for SmackDown Live? Because like you said, you're on 205 Live, you were the champ, you kind of conquered everything there was to do. Like, what are the immediate goals on SmackDown?
Well, my first goal once I came to SmackDown Live was to gain a little bit more weight. You know, being a 205 wasn't necessarily the best weight for me, because I'm a little bit bigger than that. So I was strategically holding off for a little bit to gain some size, just to mix it up with the bigger guys on SmackDown Live. So I'm about 215 now. I'm feeling good. I'm ready to debut on SmackDown. If Roman wants to be that debut match, I'm more than happy for it to be.
And with the 205 Live match, I feel like, you know, sometimes you guys end up being on the kickoff show, sometimes in the main show, but it felt like, you know, you guys worked so hard to get the crowd invested in what you guys were doing. Is that something that you're proud of, that like the 205 Live kind of cruiserweight title matches on pay-per-views that you were involved in were kind of the ones that the fans got into the most?
Yeah, man, like I always put my best foot forward and always want to do the best I can, entertain. The position on the card necessarily doesn't matter to me, because I have the mentality of stealing the show no matter where I am. I did that at Super Showdown. Me and Ali did that at Survivor Series. Me and Cedric did that on the pre-show. You know, and I felt like we did it again at Royal Rumble, and then I think me and Tozawa did it again at Chamber. I just, you know, I put my best foot forward no matter what, and I'm there to entertain. I'm there to make a name for myself, and the whole world know my name. So I don't care where we are on the card. And Tony Nese kind of started saying it when he was pointing at his abs. He would say, "We're here to steal the show before the show," and that is 205's mentality, not just mine. Everyone on 205. So it's a good mentality to have, because it's going to push everyone to work harder.
And I guess as a long-time wrestling fan who becomes a wrestler like yourself, you're in NXT, you've worked hard, you've been at 205 Live, getting to be like in a kind of whodunit storyline on SmackDown, is that cool for you? Because like we don't get a lot of those kind of storylines in wrestling right now, but you're getting to kind of be involved in one of them. Is it something that you're kind of glad to be involved in, more of a storyline thing as opposed to pure wrestling?
Yeah, man. Obviously, I'm a wrestler. That's my forte. I like to mix it up, whether it's for 6, 8, 12, 25 minutes. That's where I thrive, and that's where I have the most fun. But to get in there and you know, where it's mixing up with Daniel Bryan, Rowan, and Roman, man, to bump shoulders with those 3 guys, it's awesome. It can only do wonders for me in my career. So man, I'm looking forward to what comes next, and it's only going to make me a better all-round performer.
And SmackDown goes to Fox in October, so there'll be a lot of eyes on SmackDown. If you could sort of like looking at the SmackDown roster, who do you think you would sort of gel with the best to have that sort of killer match on that debut edition of SmackDown on October 4th?
There's so many, man, so many. You know, the guys I want to mix it up with Andrade. Shinsuke. You know, we've you know, briefly touched shoulders in NXT, and they were great. But to do it on a bigger stage like SmackDown Live, man, like Andrade, Dolph Ziggler, give me Ali again, Shinsuke. There's so many. Apollo Crews. Let me get in there with him. Like, these guys are all awesome performers, and I think that on a debut match or debut on Fox, you know, would be great.
And last question, you were in NXT, and you were kind of in NXT before it became this kind of takeover phenomenon, you know, and you were there during that as well. What would you say was the biggest challenge of being in NXT, and what did you learn the most being in NXT?
It was crazy, like being in NXT when it first started. I started on day one of the Performance Center. To see where the Performance Center's gone from then to now is crazy. But I was kind of in the original boom of the takeover. So I was there at the very first takeover that left. We went to the Barclays, I believe, with the very first takeover that wasn't at Full Sail. I was a part of. So I was kind of a part of the boom of the takeovers. But it's crazy, man. Like, NXT is a brand of its own, and it's an alternative of Raw and SmackDown.
Well, I want to thank you very much, and I hope that you get to battle Roman Reigns soon.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks, man.